Okay, everybody, we are back. We got this draft lobby up and running. I'm going to switch over to it right now before I forget, like last time. I apologize for that. We're going to get both these teams in here. It looks like they're joining up. And we're going to get drafting going. So, at least this game, new team has first pick, first draft, unlike last game. I mean, that has some advantage. So, what does new team need to do against the? Did they draft bad last time? Could they have done something differently? What do you think,
I
Mister
think that the
Hogan?
Howard were very early in the draft. It could have been because of the fact they banned out the Rook, so they wanted to get those 2 out of 3 bot lane potential heroes. But picking him up there meant that they were giving 2-3 pick Ray to DERP, which is like very good value for DERP to not have to prioritize and get him at that point. Most teams, when they're picking second, get Ray +1, and it's usually one of the tanks. Because Ray is that good. He's an amazing laning hero. We saw last game he didn't even build damage. He went for some crazy tank build, and he was still instrumental in their victory. So,
Yep.
like, you could do so many different things with him. You can put him so many different places. You can gank. He could defend. He could do everything. So, not valuing him there probably hurt them a little bit. Their lane with Carter went okay, but their top lane went pretty poorly. Um, there's not many lanes that play very well into Tinder Verm. But certainly they're better options than Nikolai and Feder, or at least better ways to execute it. So we'll see what they can do in this game to just set up better lanes early on.
Yeah, and the draft is already up and started. We have first ban out. Nikolai first ban by new team. So they picked it up last game, but I guess they just don't want to play against it here in game two. What do you think of Nikolai? Nikolai got a small nerf. Is he like first ban worthy?
Yeah, he's still really strong. I think he's going to get banned. It'll probably be like a 40% ban across the board just because a lot of teams don't know how to deal with him yet. He is great on the top lane. He can get you those early kills. He's super aggressive, can target out your carry and be a pain in the butt. So, he has a lot of positive attributes, and I think he is certainly a high priority right now, especially while teams continue to feel out how to deal with him properly. It's just safer to ban him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not a good player, but I always cry whenever I go top lane and there's a Nikolai up there early game. I hate him. I hate him a lot.
Yeah, and it's also interesting to note that Jinshi was neither picked nor banned last game.
Oh, yeah.
She's a very strong hero. A lot of teams have been running her recently, and it's surprising to see that it was just ignored entirely. I don't know,
Um,
that's a little odd to me.
I think there's only a couple teams that actually, run and play Jinshi, and I guess neither of these teams. I mean, it is kind of a different hero style, and not everyone is kind of up to speed on that. But we're kind of already seeing something of what happened last game, right? New team now, they're in the first seat here, and they get those first two picks. They have a Claudessa Ray pickup, strong lane, strong pickups. We'll see how it works out for them. Derp over there, though, Bastion, Rook are two top heroes.
Yeah, not a surprise here. One of Hooligan's most comfortable heroes is that Rook, so picking him up early definitely suits him well. They do end up giving up Harrower and Array for it,
Wow.
but when you pick that Rook at the second pick, you know that you're going to be going against either Harrower or Featherstone, so he already acknowledged that and said, I can still do well in this lane. And Rook does do pretty well early against Harrower. It's the later phases of the lane that can get away from him, but we'll see how Hooligan plays it out. He is very confident, and he's competed well in the hero in the past.
Yeah,
Derp are going
yeah.
to add up a Tinder right now, so Featherstone or Verm are probably going to come out, and yeah, there you go. Similar lane from last game, really good lane.
They just need that last pick, and they got some options to go with. Well, I'm assuming what's going to go with that Bastion, and could be Malady more than likely, or it could be even a Caprice if they want to really change it up. I think those are the two strong choices, right, for them to go with that Bastion, Malady or Caprice.
I don't know where you got your intel from, but I'm like 70% sure it's a Caprice pick last. I don't know where you got that sneaky information from, but I've heard that certain players on DERP really like playing Caprice. I don't know if they have a Malady player. They may just force it.
Hogan,
She's a tougher hero to play.
I don't know if you know me, but I'm the guy who calls the picks.
They
And
did force it, so you were wrong anyway. I'll give you too much credit.
I know, but it could have easily been a Caprice, and you know why. But it's not. But the Blazer Jinshi pickup definitely surprises me, but I like that.
Yeah, I mentioned new team likes to be aggressive. They've picked another very aggressive lineup, so their lanes look pretty solid. It's almost as if they have to throw the Claudessa Ray into the farm lane of Derp just to try and deal with it early on, and then have Blazer and Jinshi work against Malady Bastion. But that's really tough because Jinshi early lane is tough living. So we'll see exactly how they decide to lane this up. Once again, it's hard to predict new team or Derp the way they set up their lanes, but this looks like an exciting game. There's a lot of fun heroes and a lot of movement. We can definitely expect tons of ganks from new team's side.
Yeah, and you know, even if new team over here tries to change it up and put that Claudessa Ray into the farm lane of Derp, Derp's known to switch it up themselves, so they might miscall that, right? It's it's gonna be very hard for them to try and predict it unless they can spot it out early.
Yep. And so the one thing standing out from this draft is that no one picked Feder.
Nobody.
It's not often he makes it through a draft unpicked.
They went Blazer over Feder, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if they're planning to lane X with Jinshi, Blazer's probably better off than a Feder would be. I already mentioned Jinshi is very susceptible in lanes, taking tons of damage and just dropping. So at least having a Blazer who can disable a little bit and return some in the form of burst damage, it could help them out. Also, she has some magic damage, so this could be a cast Blazer. It might put them too much on the magic end of things, but we've seen a lot of people experiment with that build recently.
Sure. Yeah, so we're just waiting for a couple players to ready themselves up into this game, and we will be able to start this second match of this best of 3 series. Should only be a second here. As you said, new team potentially has a ton of magic damage coming out, which is very easy to counter on Derp's side if they really want to go that route. So we'll see what they do. I mean, they could try and run that Blazer as their ADC if they want, right?
Yeah, they could, and they probably will. I was just mentioning it because you're laning with Jinshi, so extra magic damage is nice, and yeah, that's the reason I mentioned it. But it's more likely to be a typical carry Blazer because of the fact that they only have Harrower to rely on for physical damage. Meanwhile, for magic damage, they have Ray and Jinshi.
Yep.
So it seems more logical to do it the other way. Also, they could flip the lanes and do Claudessa and Blazer. That's probably more likely now that I look at it.
Yeah, I like Ray Jinshi lane is very strong, lots of magic damage and all that that minus magic armor from Jinshi pairs real well with Ray.
It is, but it's very tough against the Malady Bastion. So
yep.
I'm really curious if they go that lane and they put it into Malady Bastion, they can really be in trouble early game.
They could put it top though. They could put Malady Bastion up against Claudessa Blazer. That's not that great either. I don't know. We're going to find out here in 90 seconds. We finally got this game lobby started. Just waiting for the time to tick down, and we're going to find out. So next week, Hogan, is the tournament. 2 days. We have quarterfinals, semifinals, championship match, third place match, all happen in 2 days. All games are best of 3. It's going to be a full 2 days next weekend, but it should be a lot of fun. Lots of top teams fighting it out with each other.
Sounds splendid.
Yes.
You know who won't be fighting it out?
Who?
This guy.
I'm sorry.
Watch him. It's more exciting to watch. Because guess what? There's no best of fives this year. Yay!
There is no best. So look, I like best of fives most of the time, but unfortunately, with our mixed region tournament and when we start things and do things, a best of five is a huge disadvantage to an EU team if they make it into the finals. Like last year, unfortunately, Flipside Tactics, we kept them up extremely late because it was a best of five, and it actually went to game 5, which is awesome for viewers, but horrible to players. And we don't want to do that to players again. And a best of 5 is only slightly more confident than a best of 3 in actually choosing a winner. So we're fine with the best of 3, and that's what we're going with for our finals this year.
I think best of 5 is okay if there's like a deep hero pool, but with this
Sure.
hero pool, you see so many similar comps in this set of 5 games that for a viewer it just gets redundant and boring, and you take a nap and you come back for the last game to see who wins.
Yep, that's an excellent point as well. Yeah, there's 23 heroes in the pool, so five matches. You're definitely not going to see a lot of variance in there at the moment. But here we go, loading in. We are in. All right, so we see. First interesting thing I see is a Jinshi with the Fitz. I like that. Do you like it?
Woof.
I love it.
I just went through how hard it is to lane Jinshi, and you're gonna pick up Fitz. Rip in pieces, broski.
Oh, but I love Fitz. So we'll see how effective this Jinshi is going to be. Obviously, they're going to put Jinshi Ray mid, right? Or at least Jinshi and whoever he's going to lane with in the mid lane, because they're going to want that. They're going to want that roaming to happen. And we're going to see. Is it going to be up against this Claudessa Bastion? However, again, this DERP did this exact same tactics last game. They're all roaming to the bottom lane. They don't have mines to place and protect. Are they looking for like an early game kill, or this is an interesting roam?
They do this every game. They do like the 4-man roam. Not many North American teams do the early roams for whatever reason.
Yep.
But DERP does it, so props to them.
A lot of like Southeast Asian teams will do these, 5-man roams looking for pickup. But yeah, they're doing this roam. I don't know. I don't see the benefit personally. I don't see the benefit of roaming before creep spawn and getting a kill. You get so little gold if it's like a 4-on-1 gank, and you don't deny the other team anything because they're going to spawn immediately, be right back in the game even before creep spawn. So I don't know.
If you proc a Fitz or 2, maybe it's worth it. But
yeah,
that's really circumstantial, and I don't know anyone that runs 2 Fitzes right now, so it's unlikely. But either way, they're going to reset. No harm, no foul. And Lan's going to make his way up to the top lane, so he's actually going to be late to lane a little bit. Not sure if that's going to impact the top lane. It might give a little momentum to new team. Or it might just give a little solo experience to Verm.
Yeah, just for a minute. So it's the lanes that you thought. We have a Jinshi Ray lane, and it is against that Bastion Malady lane, so they got to be very careful.
So I'm already a little disappointed. Bastion should have stunned Ray outright. Like, Ray's playing up way too far. Like, come on, put him in his place, dude. You got to be confident and deal some damage early, because level 1 Ray, all he has to offer are a couple mines. And if you pile on some damage now, it becomes much easier for Malady to exert herself and get some control over the lane. But they're waiting for level 2 and then expect the engage. Stride does miss both of his abilities though. On the top lane, there's an engage on How Cut Are You. He's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, but he is getting away. Verm's going to be alright. Lalon there getting a pretty decent bindweed off, basically to save Verm's life, it would seem. And he's going to help put up, so they're going to be fine. So yeah, Lalana on Tinder there, getting the lane a little bit late, definitely sets the momentum back, but they should be able to recover this. I mean, it's a Tinder Verm lane. They should definitely be able to recover the lane control.
Yeah, they'll be fun. They can definitely get these last hits and then get a little bit of momentum going in their favor. But for the early levels, you have to be really careful until you have the Fervor boots up to not get hit by the Claudessa.
And there's the first kill of the game going out. Lincoln's is looking for that, trying to get a kill on Dudley. It's not going to happen. But he's definitely... Oh, it actually is going to happen. There was a Fitz up. So, I mean, that Fitz kill I give the advantage there, and the fifth kill happened after they got a kill onto Jinshi. So nice gold recovery there. I mean, basically in the end, Jinshi won that trade.
Yeah, not bad, but dying early on Jinshi is indicative of
what's going to keep happening over and over in this lane. Absolutely. I mean, so tough. Oh, the stun actually connects. The whirlwind misses, but Lincoln's is still going to fall here, but it's going to be Scarecrow going to get the counter kill there, and he's going to chase Dudley back a bit. He's definitely not going to get a kill here, but they do trade. I don't know if you want to keep trading like that, especially against a Jinshi who does have fits, even though it is on cooldown at the moment.
Yeah. There's no reason for Dudley to persist there. He can back off and reset once his lane partner gets back. Interesting to look at this bottom lane and see that it's not that big of a lead for Hooligan. He's at 400 versus 320 GPMs, so Curry Boy is holding his own. He does have the throwing axe, which is helping him a lot. It looks like he's going to go for the armor opening, and Hooligan's just going to go for a traditional power opening on the Rook, so we'll see if he can get any opportunities to kill before the armor comes out. If not, it's probably going to be very passive down there.
And there is a nice stun out. Oh, Stride there on Malady, actually using that bounder. Felt a little threatened even under their tower. Interesting.
Yeah, it could have been knee-jerk reaction. I just saw Mannering come out, but I'm not sure who it's going to.
It went to Tinder.
It went to Leland. Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if they really need that Mannering, though.
With a Vermin lane is like really low value.
Yeah, but Verm taking a lot of damage here by Claudessa. Going to get the heal off, and now they're going to try and turn this on to Tinder, but I think they're going to be able to get away. Maybe. Nope, there goes the tether shot. Tinder's going to fall, but look at that. Verm trying to go in for the kill. He's got to back off. You got to be careful. Health pot is up. Oh, that was so close. So close with the auto attack with that E-proc on that overcharge. He has 2 levels in it. Wow, that would have been a really nice double kill if that would have happened.
Yeah, and I think that may have been a communication error. If Biba had communicated well to Minky that the heal was on its way, then Minky could have definitely stood strong and gotten that last hit.
Yep.
And secured a double kill. So, still good for them nonetheless, but it could have been slightly better. And
Hooligan is going down here. And that's the power of Harrower.
Yeah, interesting. He probably shouldn't have died there. I mean, at level 6, Harrower does a fair bit of damage, but Hooligan has power. He has much more damage built than Curry Boy does right now. And he's pretty safe. I don't know.
It's Harrower. I don't know.
It is Harrower, but Harrower has no damage on him right now, so
it's true.
You can easily back up or W on one of his abilities, and then all of a sudden he's just scratching his paw at you.
Scarecrow definitely a misplay. Looks like they're going to be fine. Yeah, so there's a lot of back and forth in the mid lane. A lot of stuns coming out on both of them, but no big kills coming out besides the 2 that have already happened. So, interesting enough, it looks like Jinshi and Ray over here have been basically holding their own against this Bastion Malady combo right now. They're actually going to go in, but Bastion's going to get the ult off. Definitely going to destroy.
Spoke too soon, Wilkie.
Oh my god, and the tops even goes off. They're going to dive that. The bolt of Benlin comes out, and they get a double kill. I spoke way too
curse.
Soon. Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Wow.
Wow.
Just wow.
I'll just be quiet for the rest of the game.
It looks like top lane Minky's gonna try and wrap and get a gank here. He's in an invis form right now, and here it comes.
And who are they gonna? They want to go on this Verm, but nice play by Minky there, getting the tether shot off from the bush. They get the plant off though, but Verm is still alive. Verm's gonna get away. 2 hit points, barely regenerating. They actually turned that on to Claudessa, and here's the plant. Lawn is in. He does not have enough mana, or the bindweed cooldown off. That was a huge play there for DERP.
What? I think Dessa canceled an auto attack. I mean, I'd have to look at the VOD to check for sure, but it looked like it. And that result, oh, bottom lane.
Yeah.
1 for 1, wow. That's not good.
That's good for Rook there. Obviously, getting dove there and getting a kill for it when he was already behind in lane. That's just what he needed. But in the mid lane here, we have Dudley and Stride trying to do some damage on that tower. But Jinshi, oh, there's the double stun. There goes the Dark Storm. They're going to fall back on this now. Just keep the pressure up. Ray's coming from the side here. What is Ray building with this mana shard? Oh, Bolt of Bentham going out. And he's going to go down. Lincoln's tried jumping in there and getting the stun off, but Stride got his bounder off or his rocket boots off right at the edge of there. He did get stunned, but he was far enough away that he was safe.
To answer your question, I don't know. It could be... I always forget the name of this item. That item that reduces cooldowns.
Oh, CDR. The CDR reduction.
Whatever it's called.
All of a sudden, I can't think of the name of it either. I wish I could pull up the shop to find out, but they're going to go for a double kill. Oh, they're going to go for another gank. Hooligan, though, using that W, nicely played. Obviously does not get stunned there. He might have got stunned at the end there, but they just want this tower. He's doing a good job of staying alive.
Counter gank.
Counter gank. Stride's coming in. Lincoln's is definitely dead. Walled off. I mean, the whole kit used onto Rook there. And DERP
now that I think
coming
about it,
back.
it's probably just going to be a cursed wand. It could be a stock cursed wand because they make you build that little mana item first, right? So that's probably what Ray's building.
Highly possible, and if that's true, that's great because cursed wand is such an awesome item right now.
More interesting, what is Stride building? He has the 800 mana regen and then 2 powers. It could be Invis. This could be an Invis rush.
Like first item. Shroud?
It's been done before.
Or Shadow Veil, sorry. Shadow Veil and Stride.
Ray's trying to set up a gank on the top lane. He's coming in here. The missings were called. It looks like they're backing up. This is a smart play. Good anticipation coming out from DERP here to not stay in lane with Ray off the map.
Yeah, just going to farm out a creep jungle. But Ray is sticking around. They're going to come back into lane. This could be bad. Ray is definitely coming around. Tinder's not necessarily here yet. Tinder's going to spot out Ray, so they see it coming with the no. They're going to commit. Misses the stun. And that's the end of that gank attempt. Alright, so Golden Protector's finished on Harrower here. What is Rook going to finish? Oh, hold on. We got a stun coming out. Scarecrow! Oh, no! He actually gets hit by it. There's 1 stun. There's 2 stun. There's 3 stuns. All coming out. Oh my god, he tried to rocket boot away from it and basically jumped right into that deliverance.
Yeah, you know what would have saved him from that? A pincer.
A pincer would have saved him from that. Yes.
So this is why Pitts is bad because you know, he's not even getting out of lane because they have a Ray on his team and Ray is slightly more effective ganker in the early levels. Jinshi is good once she gets like level 8.
Malady built a cursed wand. That was her first item. Great first item, by the way. Rushing that cursed wand.
Definitely a good one. That's a cool item set or whatever recipe for it. I haven't seen that one before.
I have not.
I'm sure other people do it and I just haven't noticed it, but that's definitely a cool way to build it. So that you can,
especially on Malady, right? Yeah.
Oh, Scarecrow comes right into the Boltier pit to try and counter it. He's taking so much damage, gets hit by the Tinder grab. And he'll go down and just adds to their bounty as they're taking a Boltier already.
And oh, here comes Verm on the background. They're going to try and take out Claudessus. Claudessus, oh, but the Bindweed hits. He uses his pincer on it. Wait, does he have pincer? No. I didn't see what Petty had. Sorry, my apologies. But they do take him out, and they're probably going to push in this top tower as well. 3v1 here, and all it is a Blazer trying to defend it. Yeah, he's just going to back way off of this. Because he can get stunned out and just die under tower here, and I don't think he wants that to happen.
Yeah, and he just back up. This is a huge swing for DERP again. Like, they got Boltier, they got 2 kills, and they got a tower as well.
Yeah, they're going to lose mid tower, though.
Her ult cooldown, like, there's just a lot going in their favor. Losing 1 tower in return isn't bad at all. And now they're probably going to shift their presence towards mid and bot lane and look for an opening. Maybe go for a Sindara with a plant later. But it looks like they're going to try and gank. New team are going to respond by trying to gank bottom lane and maybe get a tower on the back end of it. We'll see if they can do this.
Is this a crush? This could be a Crushy Mace, right? Like a defensive Crushy Mace coming out on Rook?
Could be a stock Crushing Mace, yep.
Oh, is that a stock Crushing Mace with the 2 health shards? Very possible. Yeah, we do have to remember...
Oh, they walk into each other.
Oh, no. Lincoln's is definitely going to fall. Even going to get the 2.5 second stun off for the kill. And but that's it. Dudley has the ult activated there. They're going to chase down Scarecrow. Double kill for Rook. Nice work there. What I was trying to say is we do have to remember some of these players have not, obviously been in Strife for months and months like some of the rest of us have. A lot of these players are actually still playing with default items because they just don't have, the farmed games up for crafted materials that we see.
Hooligan's been around for a while.
All right, Hooligan has been around a while. That is true, but still.
I'm not sure if he has an excuse. Maybe he did it on purpose because he didn't want to go for the more expensive one.
Yeah, maybe.
Crafted with an enchant.
Stride there, jumping in, trying to get. He does get the Curse Wand off on Curry Boy. They're actually going to turn this on to Curry Boy. Curry Boy's going to walk away just barely. Scarecrow's here getting the kill. No, he doesn't. Hooligan had the hide and seek, but Lincoln's will finish him off, and they're on the chase. They're on the run. Oh, there goes that my favorite. Oh, it's an Everwinter Charm is by Bastion. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. I guess that is a default Crushing Mace. I haven't seen it in so long that I've forgotten what the default components are.
Yeah, it's been a while to see a default one, especially since a lot of ADs have 2 to 3 crafted Crushing Maces. But it's still a great item to pick up, of course, because the item is super, super strong. And you're going into a Golden Protector, 2 Golden Protectors already, so you get huge value out of it right off the get-go. Dudley decided to go for Power Boots this game. Power Boots on Bastion is pretty cool. Sometimes it's a little greedy, but there's a lot of engage on his team coming out from Malady and Rook ult, so maybe he feels confident in that. It looks like Curry Boy's going to get slowed here by Curse Wand. They're going to chase him through the bush. Stride. Gonna land the stun. Curry Boy taking a lot of damage. Chain stuns for days. They kind of stack 2 of them, but it's okay because they finish him off with the Malady ult.
Yeah, I love Bolt to Bedlam. Yeah, that was 3-on-1 onto Harrower. Harrower's tanky, and he can escape a lot of stuff. But there's so much disable coming out here on DERP that it's so hard for anyone to get away from this. And they're going to get a tier 2 tower out of this. I think they're actually maybe going to trade towers. I don't know. They would have to tank that tower, and I don't think they have anyone capable of tanking a tower right now. Claudessa maybe, but I don't know. They're not. They're going to go for Baldir instead. So at least they're trading an objective here. So they're picking up something. Let's take a look at the gold graph before this falls. It's about almost a 5,000 gold lead, or sorry, 4,500 gold lead in DERP's favor. This is going to cut the lead down a little bit. I'm curious to see what it is. Okay, so it's about a 4,000 gold lead now in DERP's favor. So they have that going on, but they're going for a Sindara kill right here. Plants down. Fight is out. Curry Boy getting a kill onto Tinder. Are they going to be able to finish this off? Curry Boy's here. Actually, there's the Bolt of Bedlam. Curry Boy's going to fall. They're going to turn back around and try and finish this off. Dudley doing a really good job at splitting the team, but here comes the rest. They do finish it off. Dudley might die from this. I don't know if he's going to get away or not. I think they're okay with losing that for a Sindara fight. Yep.
Attack the enemy tower.
So
yeah,
it's 3 for 2 plus Cindy.
They're the bottom tier 1, it looks like.
Absolutely, and then, do what you can, get some towers. Here comes a Stride, though. He does have that Shadow Veil finished.
Well, he doesn't actually go in. Could have been interesting.
It could have been, but playing it safe.
So, I'm going to call out a misplay again on behalf of Jinshi. That's Jinshi's job, is to get in there as quickly as possible. They were 3-manning the Baldir. Realistically, it only takes the 2 people to kill it. Blazer and Claudessa can kill it together. The 3rd man should rotate once they have any inkling that they're doing a Sindara on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
And the 3rd man was the Jinshi. If Jinshi's there and jumps into the middle of that, there's no way they're able to finish off the Sindara while she's wreaking havoc, and Harrower's on the outskirts as well. And it gives them enough time to rally the other troops over after getting the Baldir. But she instead stayed and fought Baldir with the other 2, and it really threw them off and allowed them to give up the monkey.
It did. So we have Krytos pushing here. Blazer, by the way, in a decent position. He activates the Hunter's mode. He's in Viz. Are they looking for a back-end engagement here? If Blazer could take out... He's not going to take out this Rook. If he could take out like that Verm in the background, that would be very, very good. That's what they want to do. Verb's going to get hit, but he has heals coming out, support coming out from Tinder, and they're going to just run down this Blazer. Blazer's going to fall. On the background, Malady, though, almost dies and even gets the fits put on him, but they're going to finish this off. They're going to get this tower. I don't know if they're going to get a gen here or not. The rest of the team's up. They're still pretty tanky. Yep, looks like everyone's just going to fall back. They lost. It was a 2-for-1 plus a tower, so they got that at least. But new teams showing that, they're not going down without a fight in this game.
Wasn't that bad for new team, honestly.
Yeah.
Blazer ended up splitting the fight off, so that Tinder and Vermilion are chasing her instead of going in with the team, and that resulted in Bastion dying, Rook dying, and Malady just barely surviving. That's not a bad play at all for Blazer to die there to do that, and it looks like Blazer's going to try and build, I'd say, Hexbane next, and if she gets a Hexbane out, they're in a really good position.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take a while
By
for
really
Blazer
good,
to
I mean,
finish this Hexbane
okay.
off. Yeah.
It
Well,
looks like
that's,
Lincoln's is also building a Hexbane, so if they get like a couple of these in play, all of a sudden the game becomes manageable. We saw last game that DERP really don't build Hexbanes for whatever reason, and if you go through their heroes right now, no one has a Hexbane in progress. So that could be a huge momentum shifter.
that can't be right. There's no way Lincoln's does not have a custom Grimoire, right?
What? What are you talking about?
Lincoln's built a default Grimoire.
It's possible. Lincoln's plays a lot of tanks, so I don't think he plays casters that often.
Yes, you might be right, but I would think he would have at least an all-powered Grimoire. But maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But that's all right. So here
That's
we go.
all right.
It's all right. It doesn't look like we're going to have an engagement in the top lane. New team is backing off. They're kind of just sticking as 4. They're going to let this Blazer split farm. I mean, Blazer is a little safe. Has that Hunter's mode. You can help him get away from certain situations. But he activates it there. So, he's 60-second cooldown. Looks like he's leaving. He does not want to tangle with anybody right now.
Yeah, I mean, he can't really solo fight anybody right now. The best thing they can do is back off and farm, and it looks like Blazer isn't actually going to go for
Nope.
a sheep. Color me disappointed.
Is
That could have been a
this-
really big momentum shifter for her. It looks like it's going to be a stock crit.
Yep, and oh
And
my
to death.
god, Blazer is just going to get stunned out. So much stun coming out here from new team. That Deliverance is going to miss, but they took someone out. They might be trying to push this into a generator now with Blazer down. Or at least put a lot of pressure in the mid here. Maybe cause new team to make another mistake, get another pick off. I don't know, but here comes Malady. She has the Shadow Veil activated. Oh, she gets off the Cursed Wand, but that's not going to go anywhere, and that's the end of that little soiree.
They have no reason to be pushing this without anything. I don't see, even if their siege goes very well, I don't think they can take the gen naked. So they need to reposition. That was almost a misplay by
Yeah,
DERP.
I mean, Sindar is going to be up here in about 30 seconds, so it looks like maybe they're just trying to set their lanes and position themselves around Cindy for this. Minky over here on Blazer does have Hunter's Mode activated, scouting out the world. Not really going to find anybody, though, and he's got to be careful because that's about to run out.
Yeah. There's not many targets he can find out alone and kill. If he runs into Malady, she'll probably burst him first anyway. So Blazer's ultimate is going to be more so for angling your engagements in the big team fights instead of going out and picking people, because Blazer is behind in this game relative to the opponents. They're going to try and push out middle now because 2 people have been spotted top. They're going to force them back, and
Yep.
they won't actually get a tower out of it.
Well, Sindar is about to spawn right now, but they want to go for an engagement here instead of taking the slightly safer route on the Sindara. They did force everybody back. Whole team is here. Sindara just spawned right now. Yeah, so interesting. There's definitely going to be a big fight within the next 60 seconds. All right, Malady
Yeah.
has Shadow Veil activated. Maybe trying to look for a pickoff here. Oh, going to go in, but misses everything there. Takes a couple mine hits. Going to get healed. He's going to be fine. And that might be the end of that. Puts out a wall. Malady taking so much damage right now. And they're going to have to back off of this. Because here comes new team on the charge now. They have
New
the
team
upper
should
hill,
never
though.
engage here. They're so close to getting their key items. They just want to delay.
Yeah.
This is really risky.
So DERP has the high ground here. I like Malady's positioning there. There they go. Dudley going to go off right there. Chosen One activated. Going to be huge. Chosen One active. And they are destroying them. There goes Rook in the background. No, he's going to go down. Good work by Blazer getting the double kill. But that plant placement was pretty amazing, I have to say. doing so much damage for the whole team here, and they're going to chase down Scarecrow. Scarecrow's going to fall. The only person to live out of this was Ray. They did delay Sindari, though, by throwing their bodies at it.
They're lucky that Vermilion didn't have quicker reaction, or if there weren't heals on him. I don't think Lalon got the shields on him, or else he probably would have survived. He just got so bursted so quickly. If he survives for a little bit longer there, the fight's entirely different.
Yep.
But still, they were so close to picking up their next items. Curry Boy is like 300 gold away from finishing off his stone skin. Blazer's 500 or maybe 800 away from crit, depending on the enchants. And Scarecrow's like 100 away from stone skin. So like, there's no reason for them to engage there. They should just be delaying. They should be farming green camps wherever they can. Just getting that extra bit of money that's going to push them over the top and make them much more competitive in straight up 5v5s.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was
Blazer
really high
here
risk.
Spotting out Vermilion, though, so doing a really good job at getting that map awareness going. That's why you pick up a Blazer. But here comes Malady, going to get back that vision. They know something's up. They absolutely know both teams are around here. However, what do you think of Scarecrow up here? Does not have Warp Boots, has going all the way top. They're kind of giving up this Sindara.
Yeah, Scarecrow can't do it. I said it in the last fight. Like, he can't be the one that leaves. If it's anyone at tower where he can rally a little bit faster, he's got good movement speed.
Oh, Stun's going to miss. Yeah, but CC Break is going to go, but doesn't matter. They just have so much stun on this team. Stride's got to be careful. He's going to get healed. He'll be fine. Lalon even trying to go in. So they're trying to just get some type of stun off here. Worked on Claudessa, but everyone else was able to dodge. Everything else missed. They're going to start Sindara because they can't really stop this right now. They have Malady ready to defend this out. Curry Boy's in a lot of trouble. Going to get stunned out with the Whirlwind and just bolt a Bedlam down. Dudley doing some good split in the background. There goes the plant even down. And the only person to survive this right now is Blazer. Here comes a Scarecrow in the background. Mulan's going to fall here, but oh my god, Vermilion is still up. They got to be careful here. I don't know if they can finish this right now.
They definitely can. Blazer's at full health, so they have to be very careful of his positioning, and they're going to have to back off.
Yeah.
This is going to give, well, actually, if Claudessa rushed to it, they probably could have had a chance at setting up some good positioning and getting the Sindara, but because of the top wave, they won't be able to. So I would really like to see DERP just hustle back down here and finish it, knowing that someone's going to have to push out that top wave for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, they have this wave pushing in DERP's favor. Absolutely, they see that Claudessa is up here doing it. So here they go. They're going to rush right back down here. They know Blazer's around somewhere. Blazer did finally finish that wound splitter, so that's big for Blazer. But yeah, they're just rushing right here. This is going to finish it off. Let's see if they can hold them off just long enough. Nice stun out by Lincoln's there, but it's only going to hit Dudley. But from behind, nope, not Blazer's getting out of this. Curry Boy is going to get bursted down. Scarecrow doing some really good damage. Nice leap in there with the Firefall. And they're going to go in on the Rook, but they're going to turn in Vermilion. Full health, full mana. Not what you want to happen in a team fight, because he can turn that roll. Lincoln's with the Death Ray's going to miss, and they're going to take out Claudessa, and they definitely are going to mop this up. They already finished Krydos, and man, that's not what you want to happen with New Team. New Team didn't want that to go that way.
Yeah, once you make that decision to defend the top lane, you know that you're giving up Sindara. There's no reason to go in there and give a couple of deaths as well. You would have to rally to it immediately. Like, Claudessa had to be there the second she rezzed, and they would take damage on the top gen if they were to operate that way, but that's the cost of trying to reasonably contest Sindara. Instead, it turns into a massacre, and now they're in a lot of trouble because there's a huge gold advantage. And we'll see if this is what's going to push DERP over the edge.
Yeah, Lalon going for that same build, by the way. Spirit Ward finishes up that Diadem. So decent power output by Tinder with those items, and tons of utility. Tons of support.
Still no Hexbanes. Nobody's building Hexbane.
Yeah, they don't like the Hexbanes over here on DERP, or they're confident enough in the game right now where it's heading that they don't need it. But here comes Blazer from behind, maybe going to try and take out Verm again. This might be a repeat of the last time. And there Blazer goes, no, Blazer's going to get spotted out, going to just have to back way off. And they're actually going to turn on to Blazer. Dudley getting a really nice engage onto him, getting that Chosen One off. The plant is down. They have all this is not good for new team. This might be all over right here. They're going to take out Claudessa. They're going to get this generator. And, oh, there's nothing Jinshi can really do about this. They're just going to finish this game. He's going to try, though.
By Lincoln's. That's going to be it. It
That-
looks like DERP
that's
are going
game.
to move on to compete for a spot in Pro League, maybe? Something like that.
They just earned their spot in the Pro League right there.
Oh, congrats!
DERP securing themselves, winning that best-of-3 tiebreaker right now over new team. They take second place in the Challenger League. They're going to take the 6th seed into the tournament next weekend, and they earn themselves a spot in the Pro League next series.